look at that. Look at that. He licked that bowl clean. Stella, Splash, Simba, Hydrox, and Boo, the Lucky Ferals. It is 12:30 a.m. Boo's been hanging out on top of the sofa cushion. We're gonna have a pajama party in the living room tonight because I want to see how Splash is tomorrow. Right now, he's hanging out under the Christmas tree. It looks like he's gonna sleep there. Stella is sleeping in the cat tower. And Boo has moved to the blankets that are on the couch. Boo, you gonna sleep on the couch with me? We're gonna have a pajama party in the living room, right? And you're gonna sleep on the couch with me? Okay, Boo. Have a good night, Boo. Sweet dreams, Boo. Boo wants some cuddles. Okay, Boo. Okay, Boo. Tomorrow is Christmas Eve, so today the cats are eating on their Christmas platters. It says, "'Tis the season to be jolly." And the smaller plates say peace, love, and joy. These are really cute. It's a little after 9 a.m. right now, and the cats are having their breakfast. Stella, Splash, and Simba are eating their food, and Boo is eating his food. And none of the cats are getting any bribery food on top. So they're each getting a scoop of the homemade raw food and half of a primal raw rabbit nugget. And if they don't want to eat it, then they're not going to eat it. I'm not going to try to bribe them to eat it, especially Boo. So it looks like the cats are enjoying their food. Splash is done with his. He's trying to eat Simba's. Stella's still eating hers. This morning I got really good pets out of Splash. Like really good pets. Because last night I slept in the living room again. So we had like a little pajama party. When I woke up this morning, it was so funny. I look over at the cat towers by the window. And 3 cats in a row were sitting in the tower staring at me. So it was like Simba on the left, Splash in the middle, Stella on the right, and they're all just like staring at me like, what are you doing? They really enjoyed their breakfast. Look at that. They ate all of their food. Boo wanted to eat the rest of his food in the kitchen, so I brought it up here. I just came outside to give Hydrox food, and there's a bunch of dry food in the feeder, but it does look like half of it has been eaten. I just put some fresh water in the kitty cafe, and look where Hydrox is. Hydrox just came out of the heated shelter. He's under the house. And he's waiting for me to give him food. I'm giving him food in the heated kitty cafe. It is really cold again today. You know, after some nice warm days, the weather has definitely gotten colder. And what I did yesterday was I cleaned out a bunch of leaves that were under there because I figured the leaves were holding in moisture and dampness. So I took a rake and I cleaned a whole bunch of leaves out of there. So I think it's a lot better. Everything's drying out. And there's Hydrox. Hello, Hydrox. How are you? Hydrox is getting tuna soup. Well, it's more like tuna stew because I didn't put that much water in it. It's about 1/3 of a can of the Trader Joe's tuna for cats, along with some crushed up Nature's Variety Instinct raw freeze-dried chicken bites and some herbs for him. There he goes. He's going to check it out. I made sure that the bowl is in a position where he can basically see all approaches. So from where he's eating it right now, he could see to the back of the yard. He could see to his left. So like the side of the yard over there, he could see toward the driveway. So he pretty much has a good view of everything. Hey, Hydrox. I don't know if something spooked him or what. But He's definitely not starving. There's the toy I gave Hydrox yesterday. It's still there. It hasn't even moved. I'm just about to make another batch of raw food for the cats. First thing I'm going to do is make a batch for Hydrox in the food processor that does not have bones in it. Then I'm going to make another batch in the grinder that does have bones in it for the inside cats. So this is what I'm using as far as supplements for the raw food today. I'm putting in the amazing grass. This is barley grass, wheatgrass, and alfalfa. Basically, this is like dried cat grass. I'm also adding some additional alfalfa. I have been researching natural sources of B vitamins for cats, like where would they get it in the wild, and they would get it from grasses, and alfalfa is very high in B vitamins. So I'll be supplementing with some of this. And then we have this detox powder. This is an all-natural calcium bentonite clay, and this is montmorillonite clay that is included in commercial raw foods that you buy, like Nature's Variety and Primal Raw. So I'm also going to be adding a little bit of this. It says detoxify, restore, and alkalize. And to me, this is like, you know, in nature, cats do eat some dirt, and this would be the equivalent of it. I'm also adding kelp, which is a natural whole food source of iodine as well as other trace minerals. I'm adding additional taurine because taurine is essential for carnivores. Cats are carnivores. And in here I have some ground up eggshells because I am not putting bone in Hydrox's food. I'm adding ground up eggshells instead. I might also add some of these to the other cat's food, but maybe not. The reason why I would be adding it is because I've been doing research on cats with FIV, and one of the things that I came across was that the reason why cats with FIV have a lot of teeth issues is because their bodies are pulling minerals out of their bones and their teeth. So I'm thinking, well, what if we supplemented those minerals in the diet with like extra calcium, for example? Would that help? Now, obviously, you don't want to do too much because too much could make them constipated, but a little bit, especially for Hydrox, if I'm not putting bone in his food, he definitely needs the eggshells in there because meat is high in phosphorus, and phosphorus always has to be kept in ratio with calcium, and eggshells are pretty much pure calcium. So that's the other thinking behind it. Then here I have freeze-dried blueberries, freeze-dried raspberries, and some raw pumpkin seeds. And these are not going into the food in any large quantity at all. I'm using a few pumpkin seeds, a few of the freeze-dried blueberries, and a few of the freeze-dried raspberries. Now my thinking behind this is, in the wild, when a cat kills a bird, it eats the bird from tip to tail, including the entire digestive tract of that bird. And what do birds eat? They usually eat seeds, nuts, and berries, and that kind of thing. The same thing if a cat killed a mouse or a small rodent. A lot of times small rodents will feed on nuts, seeds, berries, that kind of stuff. So in order to try to mimic a natural diet as much as possible, that's why I am including these. This is what Hydrox's food is looking like, and with the addition of the clay to the recipe, it's definitely coming out less red and more gray like the commercial raw cat foods. So right now this is making like a tray of food, and there's still like maybe a third of this bowl left, maybe a fourth of the bowl left. I just came outside and I saw Hydrox, and I just remembered that I should take a few of the nuggets out of the freezer. Oh my gosh, Hydrox just went in the box. So anyway, I took 2 nuggets out for his dinner, and then I'm gonna give him a nugget now. And I mixed it up with some warm water, and then I also mixed in like, I don't know, maybe a teaspoon of baby food. I gave him some turkey baby food, which I know he likes, and turkey baby food is really stinky. So let's hope he eats this. Like, if he eats this, then that would be awesome. And I have no zoom on this camera right now. I'm basically sitting like a foot away from Hydrox. So he's becoming less and less afraid. Like, I could honestly just reach out and touch him right now, but I won't do that because it would freak him out. And it's okay, I didn't move Hydrox. See, he just got spooked. I think he thought I was gonna touch him, but I'm not gonna touch him. So I'll move away, Hydrox. I'll move away. I'll back away, okay? Okay, I just backed away. I'm about 6 feet away from him right now. So basically what I was saying is, you can obviously see how skittish Hydrox is, and I know that there's some people that leave comments on this channel saying, well, you should trap him and take him to a vet. There's two things that would happen if I trapped him and took him to a vet. The first thing is he would never trust me again. He would lose all trust in me. And the second thing is he would not trust this yard, and he would not come into this yard anymore. And that's what would happen. We'd probably never see Hydrox again. So there's a whole lot of reasons why, you know, sometimes trapping a cat is not always the best thing to do for the cat. But look at that, look at that. He licked that bowl clean. So I'm thinking what I should do is I'm gonna go make him another scoop of the homemade raw food. I'll make him another one just like that because he obviously loves it. Oh my gosh, look at that. There's not anything left in that bowl. Okay, Hydrox, I'll get you more, okay? I'll go get you more. So it looks like this homemade food recipe was a total hit with Hydrox. And that means I'm going to take another scoop out of the freezer for his dinner. I just came back outside to give Hydrox another bowl of food. But I don't see him. There he is. He just walked through the bushes. Here you go, Hydrox. You want more? Here. I just gave Hydrox another bowl of food, and look what I see on the patio. Do you see it? It's that dried sardine from the other day. Okay, Hydrox, you can eat your food. Come on. I gave it to you. I know you like it. You just ate a whole bowl of it. See, he's waiting for me to walk back. He's waiting for me to walk back. And now he's going to eat. Let's see how much he eats. Do you think he's going to eat that whole bowl? If he eats that whole bowl, that's all he's getting. Because, you know, I don't want him to overeat and then vomit. I think 2 scoops of this food is a good serving size for an outdoor cat. The thing about making raw food in a food processor is that it does not really finely mince or ground the meat. It does leave some of it chewy. And I noticed that with the boneless thighs, especially, there was like a lot of, I guess, cartilage and tendons, which don't really get ground up, but that's good because it gives him something else to chew on. And he does not look like he's having issues eating. I mean, it does look like maybe he's favoring the right side of his mouth to chew on. But he seems very content and happy. And the only time he's been meowing today is when he's, you know, telling me he wants food, which is basically the only time he meows. Wow, he's really loving this food. So I just moved really fast to zoom in the camera. So that's why he kind of recoiled a bit. Okay, so this homemade food for Hydrox, is a success. And I am glad I wrote the recipe down, so I can make it for him again. Now, if he eats 2 scoops per meal, this made enough for, I think, about 8 days. I don't know, I would actually have to go and count the scoops. But look, he just finished 2 scoops, like crazy. And there's no tuna in it, which is, you know, always nice. Tuna's like a bribe food for cats. Okay, something freaked him out right there. Something scared him. I don't know what it was. Remember, feral cats are always on high alert. They can't really relax good out here. I mean, it's amazing that they get any sleep at all. And that's why when Stella first came inside, she slept for like 21 hours straight. Look at that. Look at that. Good boy, Hydrox. So not only did Hydrox eat all of his food, 2 bowls of food, but this food is super good for him. Right, Hydrox? You love that food. And it's really good for you too. It is so loaded with good ingredients. It is 3:41 p.m. I'm starting to make raw food for the cats. And Boo is sitting here just like staring at me intently. This is what Boo does when I make raw food for the cats. I'm just about to make the second batch of raw food today. This batch is for the rest of the cats. And what I have here is some skinless, boneless chicken breasts. I have some skinless, boneless chicken thighs. I also have some chicken thighs with skin and with bone. And I also have 3 rabbit legs. For the first time ever, I found rabbit parts in a store versus a whole rabbit. So as a holiday treat, this is what the cats are getting. They're getting a little bit of rabbit in their homemade food, which is mostly chicken. And there's also a chicken neck in here because Grandma Farrell made chicken soup with a whole chicken, and she gave me all the innards and the giblets, which is what I put in Hydrox's food. And I didn't put the neck in his food because I made his food in the food processor and it doesn't do well with bones, like it doesn't chop through bones. So the neck is going in this. And then I also have about 7 ounces of chicken hearts and 7 ounces of chicken livers. So all totaled in this pan for meat and bones, it's about 7.5 pounds. And then here we have probably another 12 or 14 ounces, almost a whole pound of liver and hearts. It is 4:47 p.m. I am just about to go outside and give Hydrox his dinner. He's getting 2 more scoops of the homemade raw food that was made for him, and probably about 2 teaspoons of turkey baby food mixed in. And there's Hydrox. He's hanging out by the house. Hydrox, go eat your food, okay? He waited for me to move back a few steps, and then he started stretching, and then he went over to the bowl of food. This is basically exactly what he just ate a few hours ago, so he should really like it, unless he's full. Although this time it's not as soupy in the bowl. I mean, there's still a good bit of liquid that I added to it, but it's just not as soupy as it was. He's doing a very good job eating it. And there are no very hard lumps in this food or anything, but there are definitely some chewy parts, which you can see. It's really kind of surprising for me that Hydrox would enjoy this homemade raw food so much, because when I've tried to feed him raw food in the past, he like never wanted to touch it. Look at that, he's getting a good jaw workout there. I would say he's already eaten more than half of that food. So I am going to finish cleaning up. And we'll check in on Hydrox in a few minutes. It is 4:55 p.m. It's starting to get dark out. And Hydrox is still sitting there eating his food. He is just about done. Look how empty that bowl is. And that was a very good amount of food. And he really enjoyed that. He finished everything, and he's gonna lick that bowl clean. Good boy, Hydrox. It is about 11 p.m. right now. We just ended a live stream and I have a lot of shout outs today. I want to give a shout out to Evlash for the $20 super chat. He says for the ferals. Thank you so much, Evlash. Shout out to Kim Hitch, who donated $26 via Streamlabs. Thank you so much, Kim Hitch. All Streamlabs donations are especially appreciated since YouTube does not take a 40% cut of those like they do with the super chats. And I receive 100% of those donations. I want to give a shout out to Kim H, who donated $25 and said Merry Christmas. Thank you so much, Kim H. And a shout out to Laura Gadilli, who donated $1 through Super Chat. Thank you so much, Laura. Any and all amounts are greatly appreciated and go to help support the cats as well as this YouTube channel and the live streams. Thank you to Paul Carey, who donated $25. He says hello from Twitch. So today was the first day in a very long time that I was casting and multi-streaming on YouTube as well as Twitch. So it's nice to know someone was watching on Twitch. I want to give a shout out to Smartieplum, who donated £5 through Super Chat. Thank you so much, Smartieplum, for your continued support. And I want to give a shout out to Vicky, who donated $10 via Streamlabs. She says, Merry Christmas to all ferals everywhere. Thank you for shining a light on how sweet and wonderful feral cats can be if given a chance. Thank you so much for the support, Vicky. That was very nice of you. And I want to give a shout out to Durfo20, who donated $10 through Super Chat. Thank you so much, Durfo, for your continued support also. Thank you for watching this Lucky Ferals video. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you'd like me to post more videos, and please make sure to check out these other videos that were selected especially for you.